The artist and Black Swan. I do find the concept of the artist very appealing, and I do think it's a good film. But Black Swan is a film that I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of it, but I do admire it because I'm a huge admirer of Darren Aronofsky films, and the Black Swan is uh, what you call what you call it. Black Swan is pretty much very inspired by Perfect Blue, which is one of my all-time favorite films. The influence that Perfect Blue has on Black Swan is it's pretty obvious. But considering the that I'm much more, I find Black Swan much more appealing to me because of my love for Perfect Blue. I'm going with Black Swan. Sound of Metal, the 400 blows. I'm going with 400 blows here because I'm a huge admirer of Frank Osterford because I do think he's the best director that came out of the French New Wave. I'm not hugely into French New Wave guys compared to the left bank directors such as Alain Renai, Jacques Demio, Agnes Varda. But I do think Francois Truffaut is the best director that came out of French New Wave. Unlike I think he's the some would say it's Jean-Luc Godard, but I'm not a huge fan of Godard. I prefer Francois Truffaut more, so I'm going with 400 blows. Requiem for a Dream and City of God. Two brilliant films. Two absolutely brilliant films, if you ask me. But I'm going with Requiem for a Dream here because Requiem for a Dream is the film that made me fall in love with cinema. It's artifice, it's editing, it's a direction, is one thing that made me fall in love with cinema. And so Requiem for a Dream is the first film that really caught my attention. I saw when I saw it, it really mesmerized me, broke me, and generally, Requiem for a Dream is the reason that I'm not doing hard drugs. So I'm going with Requiem for a Dream here. Although I am a huge admirer of City of God, it's a film that I genuinely like. But since Requiem for a Dream is such a turning point in my life, I'm going with Requiem for a Dream. Uh, X Men Apocalypse. It's garbage to say the least. One of the weakest films of X Men films. And Exorcist is one of my all time favorites. One of the most the scariest horror film I have ever seen. Come along with 1977 Suspiria, directed by Dario Argento. I'm going with Exorcist here. Promising young woman and talk to her. Um, Promising young woman. Again, it's very what you call very feminist and as those sort of stuff. I do agree it's a good film. So is Talk to Her. I'm not into both films that much, but I do have some respect and admiration for Pedro Almodovar. So I'm going to Talk to Her. Saving Private Ryan and Deadly Hallows. I'm going with Deadly Hallows here because I am never hugely into Spielberg films. Although I do think Saving Private Ryan is one of his better films. Um, but considering the fact that I love Harry Potter franchise since childhood, especially Prisoner of Azkaban is one of my all-time favorite. Although the film here is The Deadly Hallows, I think I'm going with Harry Potter here. 12 Angry Men, Hotel Rwanda. I haven't seen Hotel Rwanda yet, and I do think 12 Angry Men is a masterpiece when it comes to filmmaking, how to handle camera work. So because the direction of the film is phenomenal, the camera placement and everything. How when film starts, the film starts with much more what you call higher camera angle. At the time goes by. the camera moves down, 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 and goes to much more low angle shots, which creates a sense of claustrophobia and anxiety. And masterwork when it comes to dialogue, masterwork when it comes to camera placement and camera movement and everything. It happens everything at one place, but I still think the direction of 12 Angry Men is phenomenal. So I'm going with 12 Angry Men. Big Fish and Prestige. I haven't seen Big Fish yet. Uh, so I can't comment on it. I'm not hugely into the Prestige compared to some other Nolan films, such as Oppenheimer, Tenet, and Memento, even The Dark Knight, Inception. But since considering the familiarity, I'm going with Prestige. Black Swan, The 400 Blows. Tough choice here. I'm going with Black Swan because Perfect Blue is one of my all-time favorite films, and it's obvious that Black Swan is heavily inspired by Perfect Blue. And I do respect the 400 Blows, but I'm going with Black Swan here. Uh, Requiem for a Dream. Harry Potter. 12 Angry Men. Requiem for a Dream. 12 Angry Men. Requiem for a Dream.